What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 153 of the Clever and Original Podcast. I am one of your hosts, Kayley Misialek. Alongside me, the man with the plan, Jayden Reinhart.
This time, my plan was to not turn my phone off, apparently. So I'm going to do that on the podcast and look like a scrub. It's off.
Yeah.
Don't worry, it's off.
And this guy over here is JJ Larson.
Whoop. What's up?
And if you haven't listened to us before, we are the Clever and Original Podcast. We talk about comic book movie type stuff, video game type stuff, particularly in that order. However, this week, screw it.
Yeah.
There are no topics. Everything's dead. Comic-Con's next week, so we'll have a lot more information then. But right now, we don't have shit.
Yeah. Very little has happened.
Yeah,
in
nothing
the
happened.
gaming world and the comic world.
Almost nothing.
So,
Yeah, in the past,
we're just going to talk.
Yeah, I mean, we could
like we usually do.
throw up some shit about what we're playing, other stuff we're doing.
Yeah.
Talk about any random news that we heard about, even though there isn't much.
Yeah. I watched Luke Cage season 2. We haven't really talked about that at all.
I haven't watched it.
We mentioned it coming out earlier, but then when it actually came out, no one said anything.
Right. I've seen it. I know JJ hasn't.
Nope.
Definitely not.
I don't think Jay has.
No.
I doubt Jay has.
Well, I was getting Netflix from my roommate, too.
Oh, yeah?
Trevor. And
Yeah.
I still have it on my computer, but if I get logged out, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm done.
Like it's over.
It's over. I'm not gonna call him and be like, "Hey, Trevor, can you come over and log me into your Netflix?" Probably gonna say no. Drive all the way here. But yeah, while I'm still in Netflix, I should catch up.
Yeah. So, what have you done for Netflix or the Marvel shows? Because I know.
I think all the way up to Jessica Jones. I haven't watched Jessica Jones season 2.
Okay.
But I've seen everything before that. So
Yeah,
Luke Cage, all the Daredevils, Punisher,
Defenders, Iron Fist.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I've seen all that. Yeah, because I remember distinctly liking Iron Fist and everyone else hating it.
I liked Iron Fist. It was not that bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen that. So.
Yeah.
I heard it was good from a few people.
Yeah, it's different from the other ones, kinda.
Yeah, it's a little bit more monks, right? So
Right.
it's a little bit more mystically, I guess.
Martial arts.
I mean, all of them are like, how'd you get your powers? Oh, this, that, and the other thing. I punched a dragon. Like, he's a little bit further out there than the rest.
Yeah. If you punched a dragon, right? Yeah. Wouldn't you be telling people yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like, hey, I punched a dragon. Like, that's so cool, right? Like,
oh yeah. I've done it in Skyrim.
Yeah, I mean, you can punch dragons, I guess.
I've never punched a dragon in real life.
I mean, that'd be a little difficult considering the circumstances.
No, they exist. What? They're just really tiny. They're microscopic.
Well, in alternate realities, they probably exist, right?
Yeah, there's infinite realities. There's probably a reality where JJ's wearing a different shirt.
Yeah.
I think you're wearing that last episode.
Probably. It probably was.
It's the only shirt he wears. He only has one shirt. It's the same Nirvana shirt. We're like, hey man, you need to get that cleaned. He's like,
no,
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm never gonna take it off.
It's my only shirt. I can't go shirtless around places. It's like, dude, buy more shirts.
I mean, I have other shirts. I just don't. I usually I like Sundays. I usually wear the same couple of shirts because the stuff I'm doing those days.
That's fair. talking about
Just,
Nirvana? Is that like?
No,
Oh.
like I just wear this shirt because like I usually don't wear it during the week.
Oh, that's fair.
Right. But yeah. I know you had mentioned you were watching Luke Cage again.
Yeah,
Have you like?
How-
I haven't finished it.
No.
I'm on like episode like 9 or some shit.
Okay.
You're getting there. There's only 13.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
close.
hmm
How do you stop?
I just
How
don't.
is that?
It's difficult for me to watch things.
I guess time constraints.
That and I just like watching things. Like I get like really like, unless I'm like it's like a movie. Like where I go to a movie, where I like go somewhere with the intention of doing that, it's like very difficult to not just stop and like go do something else.
Yeah.
Like playing a video game is much more what's the word? I'm like captivating in a sense.
I mean, it's an involving media as opposed to just watching something
Yeah.
unfold.
So like I get distracted like all the time when I'm watching things at my house.
That's fair. I have the opposite experience.
Unless they're like
though.
15 minutes, then I can like watch it. But
Like I remember with Game of Thrones, I started watching like one of the episodes,
Mhm.
and I just kept going until I
Yeah.
could not.
that happened.
And it
when,
was getting to the point where I was like, oh, I have like work or school or whatever, like
Yeah.
8 a.m. And I'm just gonna keep watching this. I don't need sleep. I need Game of Thrones. Is what I need, and I just kept watching it. And
Yeah.
it was bad. It was real bad. It was good,
Yeah,
but it was bad.
that's happened to me with that show when I watched it with 2 other people.
Yeah,
I wasn't like watching it by myself.
yeah.
You know, I was watching it like, watching it as a group was a little different. And it was Game of Thrones like season 2, so it was like
That's a pretty intense season.
pretty crazy shit.
Yeah. I still haven't seen the last season of that. I have a lot to
I mean,
watch.
you
Has
can
it
watch it.
ended?
It's not over.
Do they still have another season?
Yeah,
Next year?
I think so.
Okay.
See, my issue is that, like, when I get home, it's become a habit to just, like, take my hat off, take my shoes off, walk into my apartment, and just straight. It's literally. You can see the door in the background if you're watching the video. That it's like straight across from the entrance, so it's just a straight walk into my computer room. I turn on my computer, and I sit down. And then sometimes I'll like immediately get a ping like, "Hey, we're playing Minecraft," or "Hey, we're playing Hearts of Iron 4," which is great, by the way, fun game. We're playing Kaiser Reich. It's intense. U.S. immediately goes into civil war.
I have no idea what that means.
Well, because Kaiser Reich is if Germany won World War II,
Okay.
or right? Yeah,
I mean, that could be World War II. I don't know.
I can't remember. World War One or World War II. I'm really good at history and knowing things.
Well, what wasn't the? I don't know if that sounds more like World War One. I guess Reich.
Kaiser
Was-
Reich.
Oh,
Is that where
Reich.
Germany wins?
World War One. Yeah,
It is-
that's,
okay.
that's that mod. Yeah.
I was like, I said World War II, and I was like, hold on, the technology's not quite there though. It's
Yeah.
not World War II. Yeah, they won World War One, and so the U.S. immediately goes into civil war.
Yeah, that one's pretty funny.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
I like not. You can't exactly finance. You can like give him shit. I like gave shit to one of the sides in that one, the strongest one that was. But they never
Nice.
like actually helped me later. They just kind of
No.
hung out.
They're like, cool, thanks for all this stuff.
Yeah, they didn't. They didn't fuck all the
Fucking
rest of the game.
Americans.
They did nothing. They just they literally nothing.
Those
We were at
entitled
war with like
assholes.
everyone, and they were just like,
I remember,
like,
I can't remember the
fuck.
names of the sides, but it was basically East Coast versus West Coast. And it was pushed all the way to California. Like the East Coast was winning. And then the West Coast signed a white truce where they only got North Dakota. Like it was just California and North Dakota versus the rest of the U.S. and the California couldn't get any troops to North Dakota
Well, of
because
course
it was
not.
completely locked. Yeah.
Wait, why
It's
North Dakota?
I have no idea. I was like, why? Why does the fucking I think it was like the Pacific Union, or I can't remember. Why does California have North Dakota and nothing else? It's like They lost
why not
shortly
be like,
after.
hey, we want Oregon?
Yeah.
Or like, Nevada.
like
I
something,
can understand why you don't want Nevada.
yeah. like something
That's your-
connected.
Yeah,
That's
you'd
silly.
think.
It was silly.
I can tell.
But yeah, because of that, I'm reading. Remember a long time ago, you and Alex, JJ, recommended the Warhammer series, and you started me on Horus Heresy.
Yeah.
I have yet to read through like the first chapter.
Yeah, the first book's pretty damn good.
It's
I like-
awesome, but
I like the
my
first
issue is
trilogy.
like with all these video games,
Yeah,
I'm
you
being
just-
forced to play.
Yeah.
It's like-
Forced to
There's books I want to read. I got Neuromancy, which my old boss, when I worked at a gas station, recommended me. That's really good. I want to finish that. Everything on Netflix, like movie. I've so much to watch, and I can't because it's too many video games.
See, I have the opposite problem. I get distracted when I play video games. Whereas, like, when I'm watching a show, like, I get invested, and I'm like, shit, I need to, like, finish this.
Like, watch all of this now,
Yeah. Like, this is the same thing that happened with Sense8. I started watching that, like, a couple months ago. Like, I hadn't even heard about it until, like, a few months ago. I started watching it. I watched all 2 seasons in, like, a week.
Jeez.
And, like, then, you know, they came out with the finale recently, but...
Yeah.
Yeah, and now I'm just like, fuck, I love that show. But, yeah, that's what I do. But when games, I'm like, bored. Okay, let's go to a different game.
Yeah.
Or, you know, I got short attention span for games, which is weird. Because, like, you're doing more.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I've got a really long patience for movies and, like, shows.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I have the opposite reaction, but strange.
Yeah, I think
Doctor?
like. Oh yeah, we never went over like what we're like. Did you say you were playing? You were saying you were playing Kaiser Reich, right?
Yeah, I guess the main games I'm playing right now is Kaiser Reich, Minecraft actually. Small bit of news, even though there was no news.
Yeah.
It's coming up. I think it's called like Update
There's
Aquatic.
always news.
There's a little bit of news, but I think it's called Update Aquatic, where they're adding like a ton of underwater shit, like kelp and, to my knowledge, like sunken chips, and just like shit to like swim around and find. I think it's coming out in 3 days, the 18th of July. But Minecraft, Kaiser Reich, and State of Decay 2 are like my main games right now. Oh, and I started playing Beyond Good and Evil.
Yeah, but you got that like doesn't look like you own it for some reason.
No, it's on my Xbox and I don't own it there.
Yeah.
I guess, which is weird because I think it was on Games for Gold.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I got
it
it for
was.
free.
Yeah, it was.
Or I just missed it, I guess.
I'm pretty
or
sure
whatever.
it was.
But I have it on Steam too, and I got a Steam link. So that's where I've been playing it. But that's a game I don't see myself losing interest in before I beat it, because it's the play style is a lot like Jack and Daxter or Ratchet and Clank. It's like that action platform kind of beat 'em up sort of thing. Even the animation, like the graphics, are uncannily similar.
Well, it
pretty
was
cool.
released a while ago, right?
Yeah, it was. Fuck, I can't remember. It was like more than 20 years before the second one's coming out here. I remember hearing it was like, or like 15 maybe. I can't remember.
I don't know. I mean, we could just look at it.
It could just look it up. That's true.
I mean, it was on the 360, right?
Yeah.
And the PS3, I would assume.
Yeah, PS3 and 360. And the Sega Genesis. Just kidding. It wasn't.
The
on.
Sega
Well, okay, never mind. Actually, it was actually 2003, and it was on the PS2, Xbox, and GameCube,
Really? Oh, shit.
and Windows.
Okay. But yeah,
So
old game, but
Old,
fun.
but
it's already been 15 years.
yeah.
And it has like a huge emphasis on like the alien life, because they like really wanted you to get interested in that. So like when the game starts out, you're in like a money crisis.
Yeah.
And then your AI conveniently pops up out of your tool belt or whatever and is like, hey, if you take pictures and send it to the scientists, they'll give you money.
Yeah.
Of like new life you find or like rare life. Because I can't remember what the reasoning is. They're like studying it to either recreate it or like capture them or something so they can like save them, I guess, keep everyone safe. Because you're under attack by aliens, I think, when the game starts. And so you have to go around taking
Frickin'
pictures of
aliens.
things. Yeah, goddamn aliens.
They're always attacking. But
And
never.
it's weird because it like looks like you've already lost
Mm-hmm.
because they're like completely surrounded,
Yeah.
or you're completely surrounded, like on your planet,
Mm-hmm.
and they're just like launching barrages at you nonstop. And like, I don't know, it's weird. It's interesting. I'm interested to see like where the plot goes.
Yeah, I haven't. I haven't actually. I haven't installed, I think, but
I know in the second one you're space pirates, I guess.
yeah.
So I'm interested to see the connection there.
Yeah. I think some of the are some of the characters the same? I don't
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
I think so.
Paige is a big one.
Yeah.
He's like a talking pig.
Yeah.
PAY''J, I think.
Yeah.
And he's like you run like an orphanage, not
Mhm.
really an orphanage, but
Sort of?
sort of.
Yeah.
And he runs it with you.
Yeah.
So in the first game he's like a techie, and in the second game it looks like he's a cook. So I don't really.
Yeah, I don't know what
It's-
that's all about.
yeah.
Maybe he wears mini hats. Maybe he does.
Maybe he's like cooking just for like shits. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Well, it sounded like his cooking was bad, right?
Yeah.
Like,
So maybe he got better at cooking.
Yeah. Or he's the only one who knows how to cook, kind of. Or
Maybe.
whatever. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see, though.
Yeah, yeah, that'd be interesting. I'm not really playing anything right now. Mainly the only game I've been really playing isn't a video game, it's Magic.
Mhm.
Otherwise I've been like watching Netflix stuff, like watch Queer Eye, Luke Cage season 2 I actually brought up, right?
Mm.
And I rewatched Jurassic Park, even though I have not seen the second Jurassic World yet. But Jurassic Park, the first one, is such a good movie.
Yeah.
It's a classic
Yeah,
for sure.
I do love that movie.
I see it actually on the TV a lot. In the bar I work at, we have to like come in before we open up, see and
Yeah.
prepare. And people will turn the TVs to like just other channels, and it's on quite a bit actually. And
Yeah.
I'll always just like sit there and be like, "Oh, he's
Yeah,
gonna get eaten by the dinosaurs." It's pretty good.
Yeah, I like that movie a lot. I actually like Jurassic Park 2, like whatever the fuck I don't know.
The
if that's
Lost
what's
World?
called. Yeah, that one. I like that one a lot as well.
I haven't actually seen that one.
That's the one where they
The dinos-
you haven't seen that? They bring the dinosaurs to the mainland,
For some fucking reason.
I hear
it's like the worst
to
idea.
San Diego.
I was gonna say, I actually
Like
heard
the-
that one is bad.
That it's just
it's good.
It's good.
Yeah, it's
I haven't seen it.
Jurassic
There's
Park
some-
3, on the other hand, is not that good.
The one with the talking dinosaurs.
God, that's so dumb. That's so.
It was
fucking...
just a dream sequence, but
Yeah, but still, come on, it's still fucking weird.
they had more anatomically correct sort of dinosaurs. They had feathers on the velociraptors, although not that much. But
Remember YouTubers making fun of some kind of like dinosaur video game, and about how they weren't anatomically correct, and so he photoshopped like it was like a velociraptor, like what you're probably used to seeing, and then he photoshopped just a chicken over it instead. It's the big chicken.
I mean, basically, right?
Dinosaurs are less scary when you make them chickens.
Well, what? That's like the closest relative to like a T-Rex is the chicken.
Does that mean T-Rex meat would taste like chicken?
Probably.
Maybe.
Maybe. I know crawfish kind of does. Just like
I'm
like
not sure crawfish came from dinosaurs, but I know
Probably
a
not.
chicken did. Chickens evolved from dinosaurs.
Oh shit! That just reminded me. It's you probably heard of this. It's all over the news. We're like able to grow chicken now with like cells.
Grow like what do you mean?
Like the
Grow
meat. And they're talking about how
the
they can like
meat.
solve world hunger instead of having to like have these like huge like chicken slaughterhouses. They can just like grow it. It's still really expensive,
Yeah.
and they're working on it. But does that mean we're close to making dinosaurs?
No.
I don't know.
I mean, that's just the meat, right? Like the thing
Yeah,
is,
it's
like,
just the meat.
I mean, theoretically, right? There, like with gene editing, you can
Yeah.
like change a chicken to make it somewhat like a dinosaur,
Hey, that'd be fun.
but
Like a tiny
there's,
little T-Rex.
but like it's not even close to like actually
A T-Rex
happening
farm.
anytime soon.
Yeah, probably not. Yeah, that's a neat fact.
Mhm.
We can grow chicken.
Mm-hmm.
You can grow organs too.
Mm-hmm.
You can grow lots of things.
Stem cells.
You can grow Jay's body if you want.
I don't know why
Have
you
your own
want
meat.
that.
Grow a copy of Jay.
There you go.
Why would you want that?
I don't know.
People
If you-
are big fans of me, obviously.
If you
And
wanted
they
a
want
copy.
me in their household. Walking
could
around
get
and
one.
like
I guess.
OCD, like cleaning shit up and complaining about shit.
Mhm.
Well, I guess if you were gonna clean houses, you can come clean mine.
Does Declan still live there?
Yeah.
Is he still there? Okay, I wasn't sure. I didn't know if he left or not. I haven't seen him in like a month or two. So
Name dropping last names. What?
that's not a
That's
last
all-
name.
That's all
Is it?
last
That's
name.
his first name?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
his
his
first name.
first name.
That sounds like a last
That's my
name.
yeah. It's my roommate's first name.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I was just curious if he was still around.
Is his last name like John?
No,
I'm
no,
just kidding.
it's not.
I don't
Sean.
mean to make fun of his name. It's a fine name.
no, you should make fun of it.
Yeah, it's a stupid name.
Declan just sound like maybe it's because it's like Lend. Like Lend and Lund are like very like common like last name finishers.
Is it?
I think so.
Oh,
I don't know.
well,
I could-
since you think so.
Yeah, I think so. So I'm right.
I don't know. That's like what Jaylen Declan. You think or like?
Yeah.
I don't know. It doesn't sound right to me. Declan's
That'd
a
be-
first name.
Well,
Yeah,
Jalen
Declan-
is weird, but like if I heard like a John Declan,
It's not Declan.
Declan. It's
Declan.
Declan.
Len Declan.
Yeah, no
Oh.
ed.
Okay. Well, then I take back my
Yeah.
previous comment.
Yeah, I was gonna say like that would be
Declan
a
is-
bad last name.
Because Declan kind of reminds me of Glenn, and that's a first name, and that's. But if you add a D, it's suddenly a last name.
Okay,
Declan.
it's Declan.
Declan.
It's like clan, but like with a DE in front of it. Declan.
Oh, Declan. Oh. Okay. Now I can like see. Okay. This makes a lot more sense now. If you're watching this, Declan, I'm sorry. You have a cool name.
I don't know.
It's way
I
more
don't know
original
about
than Jayden.
that. I don't know if Declan's a
Super
cool name.
fucking common.
It's very common.
Yeah. I don't hate it. It's fine. It's my name. It's cool. Whatever. Thanks, mom and dad. I'm just kidding.
No, screw you, mom and dad.
Fucking names.
Everyone has
I
one.
misspelled
everyone.
good.
Not everyone.
Well, yeah, most people have a name.
I mean, pretty much everything has a name.
Well,
Unless you are born, but
That's
you
an
never
interesting
meet your
idea.
parents.
yeah,
But
well, even
even though-
then, you're given a
even-
name by something.
No, you never meet your parents, and as you grow up, there's no social contact. What would that
So
do
that,
to a
that would be
person?
well, like
but
the
you'd
thing
be
is,
dead. Like, you die if that happens.
Yeah, you'd be dead.
Like that, that's just how it
Let's
is.
say you're like hooked up to a machine
I don't know. Even then, I'm not
Like
sure.
the thing is, like
that like has enough materials to like feed you.
like,
yeah, but then you
like-
don't have a name, I guess.
Like
but,
you
also-
Jungle Book,
yeah.
like being raised by wolves doesn't happen.
Right. Well,
Those
but
people
he
die.
gets a name. He's Mowgli. Like they name him, right?
Yeah, that's his name, but like But like the whole idea of a child never making contact with humanity, that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Mowgli in real life would be dead. Dead as a doorknob.
That is like an interesting. Like imagine like just a hospital for one, and you're like on this bed, like basically like tied to this stretcher,
A
fed.
hospital for one.
A hospital for one,
Okay.
and you're like fed like food, and you're given water, and all your like defecation and like urine like flows. I don't know, into a lake. Fuck it.
Into a lake.
Into a lake. Like it's like it's taken care of, and you're given like sort of like a sedative with vitamins to keep you from like leaving.
I mean, I guess.
And it keeps you alive. It keeps you healthy.
You
Okay.
die.
And then eventually, like at age like 18, it like runs out, and then it like the door opens and you can leave.
Well, generally they'd give you a name. If not, you would give yourself a name because
I suppose.
how else would you describe yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah, you would name yourself at some point.
But you'd have no language. Oh man.
Well, I mean, that would be like, yeah, I guess that'd be a little.
Well,
I mean,
like-
you could still like like when you think of yourself, you'd be able to do that.
Yeah,
But you wouldn't like think the word yourself or me.
Yeah, I mean,
Or
you'd have
I.
a different
Like,
thing
that
going
wouldn't
on.
exist.
It'd be a very different sort of situation.
You'd be like two claps or something. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Something that you could figure out.
That sounds like like the whole thing of this needs to happen. You need this really advanced sort of society.
And they're doing like a fucked up social experiment.
Yeah, that's like putting someone back into like prehistoric.
Oh, that'd be so weird.
Like that just doesn't sound possible.
I mean, I feel
First off, that is impossible.
I feel like even without someone telling you how things work, you would eventually figure it out because that's what the brain's like supposed
That's like
to do.
the logical.
That's
like,
why we're alive,
idiocracy,
Yeah,
right? Like.
Like,
They've got such advanced technology that they become dumbasses,
yeah, because they're just told like this is fire, it's hot.
right? And so their advanced technology raises this kid, but yet they're too dumb enough to actually like acknowledge it.
Guys, we need to copyright this. We can make a book.
Idiocracy is already a thing.
No, but do like this. Like we'll talk about an advanced society and this dude named Glenn.
He doesn't have a name, remember?
No. This dude who works like as a scientist named Glenn Clark is in charge of this experiment. He has like all these like thing like this
What if
is
his
wrong.
name
That
is
shouldn't be
Declan?
Declan.
What if his
Declan Clark?
Declan Clark. Oh my god.
And then you'll have like all these like is this okay? Is this morally okay? And he'll have all these arguments with himself, and then it'll switch to this guy who has no name, or he'll have a name, but because you have to reference him in the book.
Would they have a name? I mean, they would have to.
Yeah.
You'd have to give them a name because you.
Yeah, you would have
Even
given
the
them
scientists, it'd be like experiment, like
Yeah, but that's a name.
473. Right,
Yeah,
that's
a
the
name.
title. That's
That's
the
a
The
name.
Like, the thing is,
the
like,
calling
the
card.
thing is, you can never. There's no such. It's impossible to never have a name.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you don't have a name for like the first however long from when you're born to.
I mean, you still.
But eventually, someone's gonna give them a name.
We are social creatures.
Yeah, I mean, they're gonna give them a name. I mean, you give everything names.
Like a computer is called a computer.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. Yeah, I guess you're right.
Mm-hmm.
We name everything. Everything.
That's how it goes.
Computer.
Computer.
Camera.
Fan. Yep.
It took me a second.
Yep.
It shouldn't have. It really
That's hard.
shouldn't have. There's like 3 of them in my house.
There's not that many.
Hmm?
There's only. Oh, okay. Yeah, you said in your house. Okay. Never mind.
Yeah.
That makes a little more sense.
Wait, what did you think he said?
Like 3 of them in here.
In
Is that-
here.
Oh,
is that
in
what you're
here.
talking about?
Yeah, they're hidden. That one's really obvious. The rest
Yeah,
of
the
them are
rest of
hidden
them like,
cleverly.
come out of the wall. Come out of the wall or some shit.
And it's like,
I'm actually a secret agent.
Yeah.
And I've hidden fans in my house for reasons.
Oh yeah, I realized I don't think I ever said what I was playing, so I guess I'll do that.
No, yeah. What are you playing?
I'm playing Witcher 3 again.
Good game.
My roommate's playing it as well. He's been playing it for the most part. I just have when I have time, which is less than him. But so yeah, I've been playing that quite a bit, and then a little bit. Other than that, a little bit of Stellaris still, but mainly just Witcher 3, I would say. Playing through that again, gonna get to the DLC pretty soon. Haven't actually played either of them yet, so.
I haven't. I beat the game and I was like, I've dumped so many hours in this game, and at the time it was taking up like all my disk space.
Yeah.
I have a ton now.
Yeah.
So I uninstalled it.
Yeah, I'm playing through it on Xbox this time. First time I played through it on PC.
Mm-hmm.
Its performance is pretty. It's fine. It's pretty good. It's a little there's a few drops in Novigrad. I just got there, so it's a little choppier in Novigrad, I would say, but not bad though. Yeah, and it looks pretty good. I'm playing on a 4K TV, not with an Xbox One X, playing it on a One S, so it's like 1080p upscaled, but with HDR. Still looks pretty good though.
Nice.
I would say.
Very nice.
Mm-hmm. So that's been pretty. I haven't really been doing anything else. Haven't really had that much time. So.
Yeah. Generally, I just work.
Mm-hmm.
Even like this Friday, I was giving off and I picked up a shift. And I had to question myself: am I still me?
Mm-hmm. Well, you get getting that money.
Yeah.
So.
I didn't even really need like the money. I just wanted it.
Do you get overtime pay for that?
Yeah, it's overtime pay.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what it is, but
I would take like if I would take overtime.
I don't actually get that much overtime though.
Yeah.
Because I'm full time, but because it's a kitchen, like it's not guaranteed to be 40 every time. It's not like an office job where they schedule you 8 to 5 for so many days.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know. It's like, do we need you? Yes, no. This is your shift. Blah blah blah.
Yeah. You guys got any other fun things to throw up?
Generally, when I throw up, it's not fun.
Well, yes, but I mean, throw up.
I find that it's very awful.
Throw up in a not
acidic
literal sense.
Got posters.
I did, but then I totally lost it. That's just the way it is.
Some things never change.
What's that supposed to mean?
That's just the way it is. It's a song.
Don't talk to me.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. You know what I need to get back to? I need to get back to Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, I was. I picked that up for a little while again. I don't know, since I've beaten it once. And it's still fun. Like, every time I go back to it, like, there's something different to do. It's a big place. The world they put you in for Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I want to play that. I need to get a Switch first, though.
Mm-hmm.
But,
You should. I have a couple of friends that talk about, like, issues with hardware and programming and stuff. Apparently, it's not too hard to install Linux on it.
Really?
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
Like, place, like, Skyrim or, like anything that runs on Linux, you could play that. Like, as if it was a computer.
That's I like that. That's
but also, cool. I guess, warning to anyone, there's issue with third-party hardware.
Yeah.
The console itself, I think I'm getting this right. I might be a little off, so it's probably best to, like, look it up and fact-check me. But the programming for, like, how fast it charges isn't restrictive enough on the console. So if you have hardware that charges it too fast or, like, doesn't stop charging, it'll, like, overheat it. And yeah.
That's no good.
Yeah. So don't use third-party software.
Hardware. So you want to,
for charging it, or I mean anything, honestly.
Weird.
It's probably safest just use Nintendo stuff.
Flipping proprietary stuff. I mean, I guess it's not proprietary because USB Type-C, but
Right.
But basically.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's how it be.
They don't think it'd be like it is.
But it be. Or but
But
it
it
do.
do.
But it do. That's how it, yeah.
But it do.
That's how it goes.
Like the Pokemon, Badoo.
But do.
But doof.
Baidu for
Baidu.
Baidu for
Oh my
Yeah,
I don't know what the
Baidu.
Isn't
fuck.
Badoo like a
I don't-
Pokemon too?
I don't
Like
know.
a
I don't
Maybe.
know. I don't know what it is. I have no idea.
Or I might be thinking of Sunkern.
I don't know.
Yeah, I could. Yeah.
Speaking of which, you should play Pokemon Go again. So I have.
I should.
I
See, but I
could.
I've
missed.
seen Mystic.
I
near
missed
me.
the Squirtles with the sunglasses.
I got.
And
got-
so I'm like, I don't want
You're
to
like
play
kind
it
of
now.
salty.
I got a Blastoise with Hydro Cannon,
Mm-hmm.
which is something you could only get if you evolved into a Blastoise on that day. I got a shiny Squirtle. I got an event Squirtle, and I got a shiny event Squirtle.
Okay.
So I'm like, I got all the combinations of Squirtle. I feel
You're
great.
gonna have to trade me the shiny event Squirtle.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, I have Team Mystic buddies
Like-
in Devil's Lake and like out westward.
Like
But
the,
I need them here. So I
the
can
problem is that this town, well, I guess this state, this part of the country,
raid. Mhm.
sucks.
Yeah.
For, like, Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
It's changed a little bit with the addition of Gen 2. Like, it's not just like Tauros and Pidgey.
Yeah, that's good because that was literally everything was
Tauros
Tauros and Pidgey.
It's like, North Dakota, they have buffalo and birds.
We don't even really have that many birds. Like being like,
Nah,
I mean,
not
we
really.
do, but like not as many as some other places.
Right.
We don't
do
have
s-
that many trees.
I do still have like
Okay.
3 like 1700 CP Taurus that I just like
Yeah.
just throw at gyms, not caring.
I should download Pokemon Go and
Yeah.
see what. Cause I haven't played it in
Yeah.
such a long time.
I mean, obviously downtown and University are the 2 busiest places. I think you could say downtown and University are the busiest places anywhere in like any city.
Yeah,
And that would be true. So-
Maybe.
Assuming they have a downtown and a university.
yeah. Like
Some
a downtown
towns
people
are
actually
tiny.
go to.
There's like Gently, which is
I
like a
think
town
like,
of like
maybe
15
like
people.
New York or something. Tourist places might be the most.
Oh, I suppose, yeah. Any place where there's heavy tourism,
Yeah.
Mhm.
like even like South Dakota.
Some parts of that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
can see
like
it.
the Badlands
Yeah,
and Mount Rushmore.
Mhm, I can see it.
Badlands. What happened to the good lands?
So funny.
But yeah, I'm playing that, and I'm gonna get Pokemon Let's Go when that comes out. I don't know. I think I want.
I'm so
Because you can't
upset.
evolve them, right?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, I kind of want Eevee, but you can't evolve Eevee, and that's the point of Eevee.
Why can't you evolve Eevee?
They won't let you
Yeah,
Why?
it's like you're like
because they're like it's your buddy Pokemon.
yeah,
so you
like
can't,
Ash's Pikachu.
You
basically.
can't
It's-
evolve it.
Yeah,
That's dumb. I don't like
You
it.
can't evolve your Pikachu either.
yeah.
Fuck.
I know, right?
I don't really want to go with Pikachu just because.
God, the whole point of Pokemon is evolution.
Yeah. Why
Like,
can't
seriously.
I evolve?
That's kind of dumb.
Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of want to go with the Pikachu edition because of that, but Pikachu I think is just like
I still would rather
Eh.
have Eevee.
Yeah.
yeah,
But like, I would rather Eevee evolve
yeah.
to like Jolteon or some
Mhm.
shit.
I got a Jolteon and a Vaporeon in Pokemon Go.
I
Oh,
have the
Flareon.
all 3 of the original ones.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah,
I don't have a
I
Flareon.
worked on that back when I actually played
What does Gen
Mm.
2 add
for
evolution?
Eevee evolutions.
Yeah.
Umbreon, Espeon.
Mhm.
Okay,
So no, the ice one. I don't remember
or
what
like
that one.
Leafeon.
Glaceon.
Glaceon. I don't think Leafeon's there either.
Yeah, that's the same gen as Glaceon.
Yeah. There should be a dragon type Eevee evolution.
There should. They made a fairy type one.
Well, then there should be a dragon type. That'd be awesome. That'd be,
That'd be sick.
yeah.
But they're not.
Mhm.
God dang it.
Sad times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
the fan just blew trash off the table. For those of you who couldn't see,
Mhm.
I mean, you probably didn't even pick up in the video because it's like,
It's tiny. It was
It's
tiny.
tiny. They
It was-
can't see what's on the table.
Yeah, it was a tiny little thing.
don't worry, I got it.
They still can't see it.
I put it like right in
Yeah.
front of my hair. You can kind of see it because my hair is
Yeah.
pretty dark contrast.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I think that does it for us on this episode.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Just
Jay?
some bullshitting. You know,
Yeah,
not
well,
a
next
lot of-
week should be more interesting. We've got Comic-Con coming up this next
Comic-Con's coming
weekend,
this weekend, yeah.
so we'll have a
We'll
lot
probably
more
have
information.
maybe some trailers. Hopefully, at least
Yeah.
news.
Mhm.
Trailers would be nice though.
So, Jay, if people want to find you on the social media sphere, where could they do that?
Come find me on Twitter at Jayden Reinhart.
And JJ, where can people find you?
Twitter Larson 107.
And you can find me at Kayley Misialek on Twitter. You can find us all at clever_original on Twitter. And as you are right now, listen to us each and every week on SoundCloud, iTunes, and other podcast services. And we'll catch you next week on episode 154.
Yeah.
Peace.